Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a video. I know I've been gone for a long time and I'm sorry for that, but had to go make that bread. I went and house sat and did a lot of longer jobs, so I'm done and I'm here to stay. So now you still get the consistent uploads like once or twice a week from me now again. And if you guys are living under a rock in the MX Bikes community, you wouldn't know that the sand tracks are back and actually rideable again. Yeah, the new tire update that has come out. Okay, hang on, I gotta turn down this volume, it's really bugging me. Alright, yeah, the new tire update has come out and it gave us new tires for sand and more soil types than just what the other ones were used for, just for like the aerial and whatnot. So yeah, this is just another aerial track. Southwick in real life was not that great at racing in my opinion. I don't think that it was what everyone was hoping for. Is for the red plate obviously. And I know Eli didn't get it, but just kind of disappointing how dominant Eli Tomac is being. It's like the Patriots. Hang on, I gotta sneeze. Anywho, yeah, so it's not that fun watching the sport right now. Not gonna lie. The 250s are great, but when it comes to the 450s with Tomac and Sexton's made it interesting in the most recent round in Washougal. I thought that was really good racing from both of them. But Chase Sexton was able to hold off for the overall and not lose any points. What sucks is that he didn't make any points back towards the points lead. So, kind of disappointed. I really want Chase to win. I still think Eli Tomac's one of the best to ever do it. No doubt in my mind. Love him as a rider, but and you can't just discredit a guy like Tomac. But yeah, it kind of just sucks that Chase Sexton, such a young guy, a lot of promise, good points lead at the beginning of the series, been able to hold it for more than half, has done what he's done in just his like second, I guess, full year of motocross. It could be his third, but I believe it is his second full, season of motocross. He's had injury issues in the past, but I mean, he definitely worked this off season. You got to respect it. And I definitely do, and it's just someone I respect, and I want him to win the championship. So, I try to fit my bike in this inside road right here. I gotta slow down a little bit more for that, though. I'll try to hit this outside right here. So much slower. Yeah, but back to MX Bikes and the track. This track made by Stone Rider, obviously, because it's part of the Aerial series. So, it's fun. I mean, I don't know. It's great in some aspects, and others it's like okay. But I'm glad that we have the sand tires back. And if you are gonna ride sand and you're comfortable on a 450, I will let you know that the 450s are so much more suitable for the sand because you can kind of just power through. You kind of just power through all of the resistance, if that makes sense, from the ground. That is kind of holding you back. But if you're on a 250, it's really super realistic, where you have to kind of carry your momentum around, and you have to, you kind of just have to not tippy-toe around, but you definitely have to be aware of the lines you're hitting. Line choice is very important, and especially here on Southwick with such a diverse track, where it is super bumpy in some parts and just super sandy in others, honestly, then yeah, you don't really have a problem. But I like the track. It's fine. Not suitable. It's not an easier track by any means. I think it's a little bit more tough than I was hoping. My best lap's probably still a good 8 or so seconds off of a race pace, not even just qualifying, but a race pace. So super hard, like in-game race pace, if that makes sense. From the aerial races, I actually watched it, and these 250 and 450 guys were going like, or I guess I don't know what the 250 guys were doing. I think they were both doing 2 minutes flat. Like 2 minutes flat was like the race pace, but you'd see occasional 201 to 204s from the top guys if they made like a mistake, because it's hard to recover from a mistake on like this sort of track where, like, say you make a mistake in this corner, such a tough one to get out of. And apparently there's a line right here where you can go like avoid all the bumps and go through those ruts. Got that from King Ryder. But yeah, we've just been working on the good old MX Bikes finesse this week. My controller is broken. I have a new one coming. It'll be here August 2nd or 1st. I think it's the 2nd. It's supposed to be here. And a new microphone. This mic broke. The shock mount on it that is held by the boom arm has been stripped out. And so it's kind of just sitting on the screw right now, instead of being, you know, all screwed in there, I guess. But yeah, it's what it is. It is what it is for now, and definitely gonna fix it. And I've got the stuff I need on the way. I'm trying to get the line where you jump into that rut. I keep forgetting to like try to take this line. Line's the best in that corner, no doubt. Try to jump over that as much as I can. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell the difference visually, the difference in the sand, but you should. I mean, I'm not a good rider. I'm like the average rider on MX bikes, and I still feel a bit faster. And I've tried on and off the tires, and you can try some other sand tracks. This one's pretty difficult, but most of them are pretty difficult. But what I do recommend is Southwick 2016. You can find that on the forum. I'll link it down in the description. Southwick 2016, and this is Southwick 2022. So it's similar layout, not nearly as hard, bumpy, ruddy, or any of that. It's just super easy, super straightforward, good layout. It's got a lot of up and downs, long, fast straightaways. Feel free to ride it on both the 250 and 450. It's fun on both. Make sure to have the sand tires on as well. But yeah, kind of just cruising around at the moment. Not really trying to set down any sort of heater, and I don't think I can without crashing, because like I say, or like I've said, I'm not that great. But yeah, we're just gonna try to or I guess what's been going on in real motocross. Eli Tomac does have the points lead, I believe. Not that much. I think the gap has to be somewhere around 3 or 5 points right now, so not a comfortable gap by any means, and I hope Chase can keep up what he's doing. But Tomac has said so much recently that these are the tracks that he really likes, and he's on the stretch of tracks that he excels in. So it's scary to me for Sexton's case that Tomac's going to be comfortable these next couple of rounds. So Sexton's either going to have to hold an incredible pace for his standards, or try to just get as comfortable as Tomac and really work his butt off. We've got a 2-week break here, and I imagine that both Tomac and Sexton are going to be working as hard as they've ever worked over breaks. And I can see Tomac probably coming out swinging first. The maturity and, like I said, the comfortability that he has on these tracks coming up. It's kind of ridiculous right now with he said it so many times that he's on the stretch of the tracks that he likes, and that to me is huge in the championship, because I mean, you just don't want a guy like Tomac to win if you're a guy like me, you like the young guy on the Honda instead of Tomac, who's won, 3 in a row, or who has won 3 in a row before. So kind of just want to see a new winner, especially with Tomac dominating the end of that Supercross season. It's kind of boring to me, and you could tell Chase is in it to win it right now. But one bad moto, and I think that's all it takes. If Tomac can even reach the points lead over 15, to me, I think that's pretty much a seal, because Tomac's worst round was the beginning of the season. Ever since then, he has not looked behind him. I mean, he has gone so fast. I mean, he showed that he's not Mr. Consistency. He's up there for a reason. He's really, really, really fast. So, oh boy. But yeah, Tomac is really fast, and Sexton's just got to be faster, which is a really difficult task to be tasked with. You don't see many young guys like this contend with guys like Tomac. Over the years, we've seen Ken Roczen, probably I'd use in his younger years, not quite dominate like Chase did in the beginning of the season. He wasn't really dominating, but he was showing that he's a consistent guy in the top 3, let's be real. But yeah, that he can come through the pack and that he's here to win it. Like I said, he's in it to win it right now, and I don't think that's going to stop. I like the kid, Chase Sexton. I think the 450 student is hunger right now, the hunger for the championship, and I hope he gets it. But it's going to be close, and like I said, if Tomac gets as much as 15 points on him, I think that's pretty much sealing the championship for Tomac, because Tomac just doesn't blow stuff like that, He doesn't just get the points lead and then make a gap in the points lead and then stop. I don't think you've ever seen a Tomac season where he's done anything like that. I think that it is rough for Sexton to lose the red plate after holding it for so long. I mean, he had it for so long, and so it's got to feel a little bit demoralizing to lose it this late, and to know that Eli Tomac's on a streak right now, or was. He kind of ended it, but he still tied you for first overall points, and he does have the points lead now, and it's kind of just not an ideal situation for Sexton. But Tomac right now, he didn't start off in an ideal position, so Sexton could also reel himself out of the trench he's in, maybe beat Tomac, get the points lead back, and hopefully Tomac has a moto where he's 5th soon. I couldn't believe how well Dungey was riding at Washougal. I thought he'd be top 5, that's always been a track where he's done really, really good in, but I wasn't expecting it to be like that. And so once it was, I thought he could get 3rd behind the guys, but Anderson ended up getting that 3rd place, which I'm more than happy with. I'm so happy for Anderson having the best motocross season of his career, which is crazy because of how many times he's had to come back from dead last from first corner crashes, whether his fault or not. Most of them not really his fault, but yes, he's had a few errors where it's been his fault, and he's dug himself deep. But yeah, Anderson has been super unlucky through the course of the season. So to see him 3rd overall in points is kind of crazy to me. I think he's 3rd overall in points. You could correct me on that. It's either him or Roczen for sure. I don't know who else out there would be as consistent as those two. I'm going to just cut the track real quick. Not on any sort of lap anyways. But yeah, speaking of Roczen, I do want to see him rebound a little bit harder than that. Ended up getting passed by, I think, both Barsha and Christian Craig at the end of Washougal Moto 2. I think he did finish 3rd or 4th. In Moto 1, was able to hold the pace, which I was super psyched with. But Roczen's going to call it a career here soon, I can tell. If he's not going to get back up there on the podium, if he's not back on the podium by the end of this season, then yeah, he'll probably call it quits by the end of his by the end of his contract, which I have no idea lasts how long, or like what season it's even going to be, if it's going to be a Supercross season or a motocross. But I do think that Roczen's career is coming to an end, which is super sad. But I mean, you've got to look at what he's done, not just for the sport, but I mean, just internationally for the sport is just ridiculous in its own. Came all the way from Germany, started winning instantly, learned English, was really good at speaking English. Shots fired at Dylan Ferrandis. You can never understand what that guy says on the podium, but gotta give props where props are given. He's a great rider, but still not my favorite rider by any means necessary. But Roczen, definitely a guy that you gotta be looking out for careers ending shortly. Dungey, there is rumors going around he will be racing next season as well, maybe even the Supercross season. I don't know what seasons or the specifics, but rumors are talking about him just racing in general next year. So hopefully he's not just back for this outdoor season. I think they're going to let Musquin go. I think Marvin Musquin is as good as gone. I can't say that. They love him with all of his heart. I don't know where he'll go next or anything like that. But I think that Marvin's still a top 5 guy in some tracks. I think he could be a top 5 guy in a Supercross and Motocross championship. So I don't know if KTM's in a rush to get Cooper Webb out of there. I was thinking maybe you can get Adam Cianciarillo if you're the Red Bull KTM team. I was thinking maybe a swap between the green and the orange. Not a trade, but if they want to make room on the roster by letting the injury-prone Adam Cianciarillo go, then I'm sure that Red Bull, who has recently invested time and a rider, a bike, into Aaron Plessinger, I think that Red Bull KTM would be a great place for Cianciarillo to go. Or I think you have a chance to develop Adam Cianciarillo. So I think it'd be really cool to see a green number 2 from Cooper Webb on an established team with a good teammate. And I think that he needs to get off KTM, personally. And we'll see what sort of what shakes around after this motocross season. I don't think much is going to happen as long as team changes go. I think that we'll have a lot of riders come back from injury, but I don't think we're going to see as many riders change teams as we did last season. I think we just got lucky with how many contracts were expiring, and people wanted to change teams. So yeah, I think this will pretty much do it after this lap. I'll probably just end it. And one last wraps on the track. Really fun. Really not easy by any means necessary, but I wouldn't put it in the extremely hard category. I think I'd keep it in the realm of it's rideable, but you've got to be careful, if that makes sense. Redbud by far is the hardest track in this aerial series. Then probably this track, and then probably Thunder Valley for me. So I don't know. Those are my top 3 hardest tracks. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and glad you watched the video, especially if you got to here. I mean, we've been talking and ranting for a while now. So thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.